Hello people, what's jammin'? I'm your host Rupen from Jammed, and in this episode I'm here to share with you more of a personal story about my struggles with productivity and self-improvement, which some of you might relate to, so I thought I'd share it. As a designer in the creative field, I have constantly strived to consume a lot of knowledge, get better at what I do daily, and most importantly, get more clients and exposure and having a stable business running. I know that probably sounds irrelevant to you right now, but bear with me, it will make sense later. At a certain point in my life, I would wake up, sit down on my old laptop in my early design career, spending hours upon hours trying to gather all the sorts of different information from different sources, YouTube, Instagram, and I would just learn more and more from all types of different designers. Looking at how outstanding their content looked, I was inspired. Everything was working really good on their pages. They looked successful, professional. Generally, all of that looked so idealistic and unreal. Watching all of this has lit the fire of excitement into me, to have my own voice as an artist or as a designer. Back then I was really into doing mascot logos, like the ones you see in sports and gaming, and I just had bought my very first drawing tablet. It was an awful one, but I appreciated it. I had my own Instagram page set up, even had built a website, had some sort of a brand, and everything was ready for me to dive right in. I was working very hard. I would wake up, the first thing that I would do is think about, what should I post today? What is there to do? How can I reach more people with what I do? The first couple of weeks my page was doing really good. I was in love with what I was doing. My friends were very supportive and that was my fuel. After some time, posting my work became more like an obligation instead of just posting something that I love doing. I started to think, how about I start posting less? So I did. I started to post once every 3 or 4 days instead of posting every day. And it still felt too hard to do. My friends and family weren't the problem. I wasn't the problem. I was getting a lot of support, and many people would ask me, man, your stuff is really great. Why haven't you been posting? I would reply by a simple, just busy with my studies or something. Where in reality, I was losing my passion to what I once loved doing, because I cared more about posting every day instead of taking a break to improve on my passion. Being too invested in my business stopped me from actually improving and rather forced me to focus on others' validation. My fuel wasn't doing what I love to do, but rather seeing people love what I love to do. Don't get me wrong, having a supportive audience that loves your work feels amazing, but when it distracts you from your passion, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem when you start forcing yourself to make content to please the audience and not work on improving yourself. Why am I sharing this story now, you might ask? It's to remind you not to go too hard on yourself. Imagine as if designing was like going to the gym. If you worked out every single day really hard, that could possibly work for you reaching whatever your goal is, but it will most probably cause more harm than good, mentally and physically. Your appetite will change, your muscles will feel sore most of the time, and you probably won't notice much of a difference about your physique compared to working out 3 to 5 times a week. Damn, I'm spitting bars right now. Why is this relevant? Because your brain needs time to recover from design, just like your body needs time to recover from the gym. So how you could spend the days off design, you might ask? Being a complete potato? I know you were waiting for the fun stuff, but that's up to you to decide. Get creative with how you want to spend these days. From personal experience, what works for me most of the time is watching a movie, having a day out with friends, listening to design podcasts, browsing social media and design trends, and sometimes even doing nothing, just appreciating silence. It's also important not to have a lot of these chilling days, because then you will actually turn into a potato who barely does anything. Just remember to take your time off whenever you need to, and you will thank yourself for it. If you're wondering about what I'm working on in the back here, it's just a random ice cream I feel like making. There will be a bunch of random speed arts that I do on this channel, so try to get used to it. Once again, please leave a like if you related to this video or found it helpful, leave a dislike if you didn't, and share it with your friends who would find it useful, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the Jammed talks. See you in the next one!